Hello, everyone. It's your man Spin Nation here, along with my man Riders Up Tim, and for the Cocktail Lounge on a Thursday on the precipice of the Belmont Stakes. How are you, Tim?
Well, I was good until Flavian Pratt set dead last on a 50 half and had much the best horse and came flying in the lane, but was too little too late letting him crawl up front. But that would have been 4 deep in the pick 5 going into 3 horses in the last race. But thank you, Flavian. But
well,
no, Scott, I'm good. How are you?
It's good we don't hold grudges on this program, but we'll try to move on to that from that and get some money here at Churchill. Exactly.
Yeah, so, we'll get it all back.
Absolutely. And we got Bobby D in the house. How are you, my man? Exactly. As we have 8 minutes till Churchill race 3 here. A small, compact, but I would argue a talented field of 4 here. We have the favorite is the 3 at 3 to 5 Sundance feature. Drury and Hernandez. Let me read the conditions here. Allowance 127,000 fillies and mares, 3-year-olds up, which have never won a race other than maiden, claiming, or starter. And we have a field of 4 here, Tim. And let's see how we can make some money here in the first race.
I think we can, Sean, because we've got a really strong favorite off a 7 to 5 morning line. The 3 is currently sitting at 3 to 5. Yep. And the horse I like is not that one.
There you go. Yep. I like it. There you go. Perfect. So I will yeah, there you go. So I think this is an interesting field. I mean, even you look at this whole group and you see how they've done is I like the 4 has run well. Sam's Treasure has run well at Churchill Downs. Ran a very nice optional 100,000 non-winners, 2 lifetime, just barely missed to Fibber with John Velasquez. Only run once at Churchill Downs. I'll throw that last race in the slop at Keeneland out, and even ran a nice 4th at Saratoga to Princess Madison and Roswell, who I think will be a big factor this weekend. So I don't think that's a bad group at all. So my top pick was the 4, Sam's Treasure. Then the 3 Sundance feature, I think will be right there at the end. And then I was 1 and 5. So I was 4, 3, 1, 5.
4. So you were 4, 3, 1, and I've got the same 3 horses, but I've got them in the opposite order, Sean.
Okay. Yeah.
Longest shot on the board right now is the number 1 at 6 to 1. I love Outrageously in this spot, and here's why. Yep. So this horse is 2 for 3 at Churchill Downs. Yeah. And if you look, this horse in those 3 races, those 2 wins were both ridden by Edgar Morales. Who's riding up this time? That would be Edgar Morales.
Yes.
So he's getting back on board. This horse has been off since March, so took a little layoff. Let's see. Has the horse got any good works? Are you kidding me? 17 May goes 47 and 1. 29 May goes 46 and 2. Second best of 59 for the day. So got a couple of really sharp works coming into this race. This horse definitely likes the track at Churchill, and Edgar knows how to get this one around the track. So I'm going to give her a shot here as the longest shot in the board, currently sitting at 6 to 1 top. I do think the 3 is going to be tough, but I'll tell you what I don't like about the 3 is, Saez has ridden this horse 3 times in a row. And then now you're going to get BJ up, and, his little brother rode the horse the one time at Turfway, but BJ's not been on this one. So a little bit of a change here, getting him. Obviously a great jockey here at Churchill, but has been a little colder than normal lately. So I'm going to see if we can beat this one.
All right. We got the formula. We got George. How are you, buddy? in the house.
And if you look, Sean, the 3 has also had 3 races at Churchill. Had 1 win, but likes finishing second. So let's see if we can get some more of that.
All right, like it. 2 minutes to post. We'll be talking some Belmont throughout the program tonight,
For sure.
Churchill. Heading up there tomorrow morning.
All right, Sean, let's make sure people have time to get in their bets. So
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, first race of the evening for us, race number 3 here at Churchill. We are going to jump in and look. I do like this one on top, but the 3 does look tough here, and the exactas are paying pretty well, even with the 3 on top. This is a 6-1 exacta with the 1 underneath, so we're just going to box those 2 for $5 and play a $5 exacta box 1-3 and see if we can get that 1 horse home at a little bit of a price and a surprise here. So.
Well, okay, there we go. They're heading towards the gate. Let us know who you guys like here. Bobby D's got a 3-1 with a 5-4. Good luck, Bobby. Is it a nice night down there, Tim, where you guys are? Hot or is it?
I mean, it's a little bit muggy. It's been a little cooler than it has been the last couple of days, and we've got some thunderstorms headed in this afternoon and some rain tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, this rain system that's coming through here tomorrow, I believe, is headed up north for the weekend, and we are off. So pretty even start. The 5's got about a neck in front. The 3 is sitting in between horses in second. The 1 down on the rail in third, another length back. The 4's come trail in the field. Now the 3 drops out up front. The 1 from the rail is going to take the lead. Edgar's got a hold on this one, so they went up fast 22-3 to the first quarter, but I think Edgar's trying to slow him down. The 5's a length back into second. The 4 is another length and a half back in third, and the 3 has dropped all the way to last, but is just 3 lengths off the lead. And as we round the turn, headed into the stretch, the 5 moves up to the outside. The half was a fast 45-4. The 1 is still down on the inside, has speed, is still hanging on. The 3 is way back, got much work to do. That 1 is still hanging on. The 5 is for second, tipping out, trying to get to the lead. Got a little bit of momentum, is right there, puts a nose in front. The 4 is coming late on the outside. The 4 is going to be your winner. It's 4-5-1, and the 1-2 favorite finishes 4th of 4.
Wow. 3-5 off the board. Everybody's cashing.
So those works definitely showed that 1 had some speed, but what the heck is Edgar doing? And I think he was trying to hold the horse. If you look, he had a tight hold on him, and he was just wanting to go and wanting to fly. 20. They went 22-45, 109.
Wow.
And finished 116.
Wow. Flying.
They were definitely going pretty fast. You got to wonder if something happened to the 3, because the 3 was up in between early on, and then
and then he dropped back very early. I wonder if something like, we may find that horse bled or something, because he was up there and then he just kind of just stalled, Yeah,
it definitely looks like something happened.
Yeah.
But Corey Lannery for Wesley Ward. Should have known, bet the Wesley Ward horse.
but it's early here in the cocktail lounge as
Oh yeah.
always.
If you were watching last week, you know,
Yep.
Sean and I, we were down to the
Yep.
last two races, and we hit the next to the last race and brought us back, and then we hit the very last race and ended up almost doubling the bankrolls.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Rick Johnson. He had 3-1 with 3-all-1 with 1-3. So he was on the right thing with us, and unfortunately, the 4 and the 5 was too tough. Poor Bobby D had 3-1 with 5-4, and it came in 5-4, or 4-5,
Yeah, exactly.
I would say.
4-5.
Yeah, so we were all kind of close there, but we will move on as always.
Todd had 5 on the 3 to show.
Hey.
In a 4-horse field, Todd, and the horse finishes 4th. How you like that? That sounds like my luck lately, Todd.
Whoops. Exactly. It's definitely a gorgeous night here in Boston too as well. As always, this is the cocktail lounge. So what are you drinking, folks? I'm actually doing polar seltzer tonight. Usually do. I'm doing polar seltzer tonight. I may get my ice in a little bit, but
you know, I've got a stout in my glass. So tonight I have a West 6th Wheated Bourbon Barrel Imperial Stout.
Wow. Nice. Impressive.
Very good beer. I figured you were kidding, Todd.
Yeah. We knew Todd. We were. Oh, there you go, gatekeepers at Limeade. That's
because in a 4-horse race, there probably wasn't even show betting.
Yeah, Brian. If anybody's betting the last race at Saratoga, I love the 9 Smartest. Graham Motion and Umberto Rispoli.
I had the 10 was my top pick that I had in my pick 5 that Flavian killed me on the last race.
Yeah.
I would have had 3 horses in here, and I did not have the 9 in the 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
6. I had 6, 10, and 1. Believe it or not.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So Queen's Fable. Yeah. Just So Pretty. Yeah. Danny Gargan, Joel Rosario. Nice. And who was the other one?
What's that?
Who was the other one?
Queen's Fable, Just So Pretty, and the other one was the 6-horse, More for Sure.
More for Sure. Whoa, okay, that would be a great one for Dutro and Luzzy. 16-1. Great race. There we go. Already 60 people. Hey, Paul, how are you, man? Sean, I backed the Oscar Baby at day 1 in Saratoga. Oh yeah. He ran a great race. He came in 2nd, but yeah, he was coming. But I thought he had it, halfway down the stretch there. But the Clement Baby, the 4 was, and you know what stinks? I had a trifecta with the Oscar Baby over Junior at 8-1 and Dylan at 4. So.
Sean was torn. He had to pick between Junior and an Oscar Baby.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. I had them both across though. So,
Paul, did you watch the UEFA semifinal game yesterday between Germany and Portugal? Pretty good game. Portugal came back.
They did.
Cristiano Ronaldo got his first win over Germany, and they move into the finals, and they will play the winner of France and Spain from today. I haven't even looked at who won because the game is not on until 8:00 tonight here. They're not going to show it live, and they're showing it delayed here in the States. So Don't tell me who won. I want to watch it later.
England. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, Paul. I don't know if you saw that first goal that Conceição made for Portugal, but the last time Portugal had beaten Germany, they won 3-0. And a guy by the name of the same name hit all 3 goals, and it happened to be the father of the player who hit the first goal for Portugal yesterday.
Wow. There you go. Whenever I think of Team Germany, I always think of Michael Stich.
Malathot, I love soccer. It's probably my favorite overall sport.
Yeah. Do you remember Michael Stich from Germany?
Who?
Stich from Germany.
I don't remember that name.
Stich. He was really good. Yeah. Kevin Phillips says, "Go Pacers." Todd says the team with more goals probably won. Hey, Trisha. I thought we talking soccer. That's hysterical. Yeah, but tomorrow's looking like a good card. Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
I'm telling you, though, it's going to be interesting looking at the Belmont, because there are a couple of things that have been going against some of those horses as far as the way the track is playing.
Oh, I know.
It has definitely been speedy.
I know, huh?
Really has.
The question is, will Mother Nature change that? That is the question. You know?
Yes.
Has Chad Brown won a race yet at Saratoga?
I'm pretty sure he won today.
He did win today, yes. Woody Stevens is a beast, Curtis. How are you, my friend? Mouth, they're down 1-0. Exactly, but it's early. I think that series is going 7 between the Panthers and the Oilers. I think they're awesome.
"17 minutes till race 4.
Yep, there we go. And return the page, as we say.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and we got a 5.5 furlong turf maiden special weight, 120K purse for maidens, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, and a full field with absolutely no Oscar performance babies. What's going on here, Churchill? Be better than that. Oh, I think we have a fun field here. Notice one horse that is getting some real play here, Tim, is the 10 Ticking Time Blonde. Did not have her.
No.
Do you think McDavid wins the Stanley Cup? Okay, well, here's the thing, Paul. Just quickly, not going to go too much into hockey tonight, but if Florida's is the defending champion, okay, and that overtime they look tired. The only thing I can think of is that the way Edmonton wins is exactly the way they played, is take it to them last night, and they had the fresher legs. You know what I'm saying? So being a defending champion can get you real tired. So if Edmonton, but Florida's so experienced, they can come back and still win. But McDavid's the best player in the NHL. So if anyone can win with the Oilers, it's him. So they're up 1-0. They got the big win. We'll see. But the champions are the champions for a reason. And it's a long way to go in the series.
For sure.
There you go. It's going to be a great one, though. It's going to be a great one. So, There you go. And my Bruins just got a new coach today, and that means absolutely nothing. But that's okay. All right. So 15 minutes to post here. And we got our boys Joe and Kevin in the studio today, giving their picks. Looks a little chalky yesterday, huh? Except for one race.
Yeah, kind of has been.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So, but we're going to get a winner here, Tim. Tim, who did you like here in race number 4?
All right. So let me take a quick look at the odds board and everything, see where we're at with everything.
Sure.
Yeah, no real surprises. Yeah. So the thing I was looking at was the 3 Tempting Eve. I thought 4-1 was a crazy morning line price. And this horse is now down to 2-1. So that makes a whole lot more sense. I think that this horse makes a lot of sense on top here. We're going 5.5 on the turf. This horse has some good turf races. If you look, that last mile race was leading for a good portion of that race. So sprint to route to sprint. It's an angle you hear me talk about quite a bit on the show. It's an angle that I really love. So you look, this horse was doing nothing but sprinting, Sean. And then the last time out, they take the horse a mile. To me, it's all about getting a little bit more stamina because the horse was up front and fading, up front and fading, up front and fading. So now we go a mile, hopefully get a little more stamina. And now we're cutting all the way back to 5.5 furlongs. And I think that this horse has a big shot in here. So putting the 3 on top. Then keeping with the chalky theme of the evening here, the 5 horse is one who I thought would take a little more money than the 3. Is currently sitting as the second favorite, though, at 7-2.
Yeah.
Luis Saez is obviously up at the Spa for the weekend, so gets the Axeman up. Luan Machado going to be riding this one, but that was a really good debut at Keeneland that particular day. I was at the track that day. This horse should move forward off of that one, and if you look at that work 2 back, that 47-3, second of 80 for the day, this horse will most likely be closing hard at the end. So 3 and 5, and then behind that one, I'm going to try to get a little bit of an underneath price, and I'm going to go towards the outside to the 9 Magical Day for Brendan Walsh, getting Christian Torres up. This is something we talk about, been talking about a lot this meet with Tyler not here for the meet, still injured. This is a horse he would have probably been riding for Brendan. This one it has some really strong bullets. If you look before that last race, then came out, then didn't show a whole lot first time off the shelf last race out, but come back and had a nice bullet work back on the 22nd, another maintenance work on the 29th of May. So this one should be ready to fire. I think this one is a little bit less than the others, but it's a Godolphin, and we know the year that they've been having. So Godolphin, homebred, owned and trained by Brendan, gets Christian Torres again. So once again, that's 3, 5, 9 for me. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, this is an interesting race. I was my top pick was the 5 Magic Escapade, Luan. This horse, if you watch that replay, was just on the inside. 560 still ran on to Boonchen and Candy Mine. Was right there again. Luis Saez taking up Luan Machado, a more than competent replacement. I'm struggling a little bit here at Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
By the way, 6% only.
Yes,
but I think this duo is 11% together. I really think The 3 is I put the note, loves to come close to the line, which means he gets so close to the line, he just can't seem to find the line, And there's sometimes horses like that just, really, really try. And then when they get down the stretch, like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But obviously, and a horse even like that might hurt him could be a horse like Diagram, the 4, if with the blinkers on, which I think means more speed for the 4. I don't think Diagram is going to win this race, but if he gets out with the 3, and actually gives him a little bit of a shove, if you will, up the first couple of furlongs, I think Luan could be sitting magically perfect right behind them. So second, again, was the 3 who just loves to come in almost there, tempting Eve. Definitely runs a great race there. And my third pick was the 2 ever-loving Thomas Amos and Julian Le Peru. First time on the turf, I thought maybe he could get a price. He's got some good pedigree. They're actually getting bet at 6-1 off an 8-1 morning line. So some love there. But I was 5-3-2. Let us know who you guys like. Paul Nolan, are we doing Saratoga race 10 any picks? I like the 9, Paul. Tim, and you like 10, 1, and 6? Is that your
in this race?
3? No. Paul was asking for the last race at
Saratoga. Yeah. Yes, Tim was my top pick. It was 10-6-1.
10-6-1. Yes. Yep.
Are they off?
No, you have 1 minute to post. Curtis has got a Tri-Box 3-4-5-9. Bobby D's got an Exacta 3-5 with 9-4-2. Good luck, Bobby. Good luck, Curtis. Hope that helps you at all, Paul. This is going to be by far the earliest last race of the weekend. Was it tomorrow night's last race is at 7:32, and Saturday night's last race is at 8:04 at Saratoga. So a long day at the races,
for sure.
And Kevin Phillips has got a Toga Exacta 1 with the 3, 9, 10, 11. You and Tim can both win.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yeah. He will not agree. He will not disagree with you on that one.
We'll take that.
Exactly. Especially if it comes in 110, he'll be very happy. He'd prefer the 6, but if it comes in 110,
then I'll hate Flavian even more.
Yeah.
I needed that in the last race. It was the only race in the sequence that I singled, but it wasn't a heavy ticket. I only played a $12 ticket, but I would have been alive to 3 horses here.
Yeah. Okay.
He had to finish second. Damn it, man. Let me take a quick look here. Let's see. The pick 5 will pays. Oh, with the 1, it would have been 1,500. With the 6, 2,700, and with the 10, 900. So, and the 10 would have been the lowest at 900. So, even lower than the 9 favorite. So, thanks for that, Flavo.
Again, we hold no grudges here on the treasure front.
$12 to get 1,000. I mean, it's just like,
right, exactly. Come on now, right, exactly. Come on, Flav. Both bookies that use pictures blank. Oh no. That's not good, Paul. When your bookies go blank, maybe they lost their money. Exactly. And I'll quickly, we'll just wait here for the last at Saratoga, but I'll read the, we got that, and we got how many minutes to Churchill here?
We got 5 to Churchill, and they're loading up at Saratoga.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah. And you know what, Tim? Hit the button. I'm going to give people plenty of time just to get ready. It's not sexy, but I'm just going to go 5 to win and place in the 5. I think Luan's horse sits perfectly off a couple of these horses and just takes off down the stretch and wins. Tim, those stouts an acquired taste, Kevin says.
I love them. It's always stout season. A lot of people are like, that's all you can only drink those in the winter. I'm like, winter, summer, spring, morning, noon, evening.
Yeah. I told Tim, which is interesting, Grandma, how are you, my friend? Great to see
we haven't seen you in here in a while. Good to have you back.
Great to see you, my friend. Hope all's well. And that you're hitting some bombs at Penn National and Chuck.
We're sure to have a good night tonight. It's always a good night when Grandma's in the house.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Todd's got 9, 10, 5 try, 50 cents.
All right, extra. We're all loaded up at Toga. 12 to go in, and that'll be it.
Yeah, we'll give you a little extra play-by-play of their thing here for you.
Yeah, if you're playing Saratoga, we got 3 minutes at Churchill. Once again, we're winning place on the 5 at Churchill.
We had some problem there.
And I want this 10 horse to win.
Oh.
Who was that?
Junior? Is that Junior?
I can't tell.
6. Oh, we're all off our horses.
That's Lane Leslie's the 6.
Yeah. No, right. But
yeah, we're all off.
They're all off. Yeah. Something happened there with I don't
somebody know. Scratching. Who's it going to be?
There's a 5. There's a 6. Somebody's scratching.
The 6 was my long shot pick in there.
Oh, we know the 8's not scratching. He's got his jockey on there.
What are we doing here? Maybe Paco was fighting somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Jeez.
Scratch 5.
Scratch the 5. Okay.
Scratch the 5.
That's Manny. Okay.
Manny.
Yeah, I read.
Manuel Franco.
You got Johnny. Yeah, Jose.
Now the jocks are just hanging out over here having a party.
Yeah, we got Joel. Jeez, exactly. They're all saying tonight, what are we having at the party tonight? What do we got?
Yeah. Everybody making plans for downtown Toga tonight.
Yeah, Johnny exactly. Where are we going to dinner, guys?
Johnny V's like, I'm buying.
Yep.
He's the old man with all the money.
Yeah. I got 400 million in purses.
We might have to switch over to Churchill here because we are.
Yeah, we're getting very close. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that one in the background if you are watching Saratoga, but we are at the gate at Churchill. They're getting ready to cross over to the turf.
Yeah.
We're still on the main track showing 1 minute to the race, but they're lining up now, heading over to cross over right where the gate is for this distance. They cross right behind and straight into the gate.
Yeah.
The 5 is your 2-1 favorite right now. The 3 is floated up to 4-1. That's where I thought it would be. So I like my 3 even more now, Sean.
Yeah.
But I'll take it underneath 5-3 so we can win it here in the lounge. Double our money up here. 2-1.
We may have multiple scratches here.
For the
at Saratoga because Jose's holding his tack.
Thank you very much, Grandma. Always appreciate it.
Grandma, you are the best, my friend. Thank you so much. Yep. So Jose got scratched too.
Jose was on which one?
So the two relatives, Manny Franco and Jose Ortiz, got scratched together.
Which one was Jose on?
The 7. The 5 and the 7 both got scratched.
All right, cool. I didn't have either one of them, so I'm still swinging.
Yeah.
Mine's looking even better, Sean. I'm gonna just keep scratching horses till it's just my left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Churchill, we're getting ready.
Yes, we are loading up at Churchill.
Loading Churchill.
We've got
everybody.
$5 win place on the 5 here.
Oh, he's got bet down to 2-1. Okay. Well, I still think he's just sitting the perfect trip. If this 3 and maybe the 4 and a couple other people go out for the lead.
And we are all from the outside. Great break by the 9 horse, goes to the early lead. Now down inside, you have the 3 and the 5 that are
the 1 taking it right to the 5.
The 5. The 5 is going to go out.
That. The 1 taking it to the 5, to the 3, saying you're not used to being behind, young man.
Opens up a couple here on the 3 and the 9 sitting back in second. Then it's another link to the 2 making up ground on the outside. The 1 down on the rail is currently 5th and gaining on 4th. Then to the outside, you have the 8, the 6 down inside, another 2 back to the 10. The 4 currently trails the field. The quarter of smoking 21 and 3. Up front, it's still the 5. They're going to have to come catch him. He's looking a little bit rank in the stretch here. Almost hit the rail and then comes out. He's still got momentum here. It's the 5 and the 3.
Come on, Luan.
Gaining on the inside. Here comes the 1.
Kid.
Put him down. Gaining on the 3rd. 5.
You know the 3 doesn't
right there. Hang on 3. 5. Hang on 3. 5, 3, 10. Way to go, Sean.
Yep. I just thought, now give Luan tremendous credit, man. At 5-2, he just took that race right over and said, "Okay, 3. Yep, you're going to
come and get me."
Yeah, exactly. Again, Grandma, thank you, my friend. You are the best.
And really good ride, because I'm telling you, it almost looked like the 5 bounced off the rail there for a second, and then
he did,
and then he kind of steadied him and kept going. Ooh, it's really close for second. I think the 3 held on. I'm going to call 5, 3, 10, 9.
Yeah.
And I hope so, because I've got a 5-3 exacta.
Yeah.
The craziest thing, Sean, is there was some late money coming in on that 9, and the 9-3 exacta is the lowest.
Wow.
The 9-3 exacta pays 13-1. This 5-3 exacta pays almost 15-1, 14.5. So I'm hoping the 3 hangs on for second.
They're taking forever over at Saratoga.
I was just about to check myself. So.
Well, now they're coming. I think it was because the double number switch. They had to,
Right. They had to move all the numbers in.
They move them all, yeah. Now they're starting to move in. I read was jealous that Manny and Jose, they were going to get to the dinner table first.
Keep your fingers crossed, Paul. I'm with you, because I've got that 5-3 exacta as well. So I'm hoping the 3 is the one in the photo.
Yeah,
it was really think close. So. I thought that it is 5-3, 9-10.
Yeah. Yeah.
5-3, 9-10. So we're cashing there, Paul, at almost 14.5-1. I'll take it 5 times.
Yeah. And Zach. Yep. Yep. What did the 5-3 pay?
It was paying $14.50-1. 14.
Yeah. Yeah. 14. Yeah. $14 for 2.
Yeah. For 1.
Oh, for 1. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was let's see, $14.54-1 $1 exacta, 14.54.
Yeah. And the one took it right to him as soon as he saw that.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Just as I say, this is where handicapping is so great. I said, the one's going to be sitting perfectly off all of them, just stalking them. And what does he do? He takes it right to him. Says, that's it.
You and me both. Well, I had it boxed for $5. You had it for €5. So well done. We'll both meet at the window.
Whoa. 4-horse was at Saratoga was all over the track there.
It's a 9 and the 10 up front early on. The 10 is sitting a half length off, starting to make up a little ground. A couple links back to the 12 on the outside, starting to move forward at 12-1. Dandy Vandy at 18-1 down on the rail in fourth, and it's another 2 links back to the 1 inside, and I believe that's the 3-horse outside that one. But up front, it's still Smartest on the lead, Just So Pretty to the outside of that one. Moving up on the inside into third is Dandy Vandy. Just So Pretty starts to come up to the neck of Smartest up front. It's those two as we head through the far turn in the final race at Saratoga for the day.
Cleopatra's Key.
Smartest inside, Just So Pretty outside. It's another length back to the 2 and the 12 outside those two.
Come on, keep this 9 going.
Just So Pretty and Smartest. Hang on. I've got this exacta box, so we'll take it. It's just like
Smartest, get to the line.
Where's my 6? Where's my 6 coming late, John? Where's my 6 coming late, John?
Oh, no. Oh, Flavian's almost about to be. I really hate the Flavian club here. Okay, where's the line? I think the 9 just held. I think he just held. I hate Flavian club is going to be saved for.
I'm telling you, because Lane Luzzy was 13-1, and that was my long shot, and I had that one in the pick 5, and it's just like if that one wins, then my hate for Flavian grows.
I think my 9 just got to the line in time.
But in the last race, you've got to bet the 6.996 exacta.
Yes, the shoddy exacta. Lane Luzzy. I love.
I knew this horse would be coming late. That's why I like the horse, because he was dead.
Lane Luzzy is my boy.
Here we go. Oh, let's see.
6, 9.
Oh, my hate grows. The 6-1.
Nope. 9 got him. 9 got him.
6-1.
No, 9 got him just barely.
6-1.
You're fine. Oh my God, the 6-1.
I told you. 6-1. 13-1.
Flavian. Hate club.
Man, that's a killer.
Oh,
that's a real killer, Sean.
Oh man.
That's a killer.
Oh,
that's a killer.
And you beat my exacta. God.
He killed me in the 9th race, Tricia, because I had him singled. It was the only single on my pick 5. He was on Much the Best horse. Had that horse way back when they were crawling to the half and didn't start going into the lane. And he was absolutely flying late. He was the best horse, but he came too late on slow fractions and got up for second when he should have won. And if he wins that race, I've got a really nice pick 5 here for a couple grand on a $12 wager.
I had 9 all, so
good.
So that was a bad beat for me too.
That was only paying $2,700, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God! On a $12 wager. I'm sick.
Nice job, Paul.
Everybody have a good night. I'll see you later.
There we go. So 6, my man Lane Luzzy coming through and wrecking Tim's day.
He didn't wreck it. Pratt wrecked.
No. He helped exactly.
I loved that horse at that price.
I know he did. No, I know. Yeah. So, Oh, well.
Damn.
I know.
All right, let's concentrate on Churchill. Let's forget that.
There we go.
We got to go back and calculate our win. Let me get our win place money here.
Yep.
Update our bankroll. We need to take care of business here and just move on. Let's just get Toga out of our minds for the day.
706 and 380.
Damn you, Flavian Pride.
1086.
706 and what?
706 and 380.
Got it.
Naira is going to breakage in a couple of months.
Penny breakage like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think everybody should.
Yeah. All right. So we move on.
All right, let's update the bankroll before we get going here, Sean. And
Yep.
there you see it on the
Yep.
bottom right now. We started with 100, and after a couple of races, we are at 107.15.
There we go.
Damn you, Flavian Pride. Oh,
Folks, you'll be here all night. This is going to be a long couple hours.
Hey, but I had a nice exacta there as well.
No, you did. Exactly.
It wasn't $2,700.
See? Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Umberto, claim on the 6 for running too fast. Make them feel better.
Yeah, I would have been happier if the 9 won because I didn't have the 9.
Right, exactly. Make them feel better. They're all heading down the stretch. We'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, but we'll move on here to Churchill Downs, race 5, mile and 1/8, claiming 12.5 for 4-year-olds and up. There we go. And let's see what a field we have here. Okay, let's see here. What scratches do we have here? And the answer is none.
None.
We have none. We have a full field of 8. Yes. There we go. I think this is a fascinating race, and I can tell by the betting of the public. Tim, let's listen to this. You ready for this?
Yep.
The 1's double is 1382. The 5's double is 1386. The 6 is 1430. Doesn't get much closer than that for 3 horses within the same,
Right.
That is what you call exact. And the 4, who is 3-1, the more exactly is the favorite right now, is not even in the top 3 of those things. So go figure, huh?
Pretty tight.
Yeah. Brazil playing Ecuador, looking to do a bet builder. Already done one for the. Okay, there you go. Brazil's playing Ecuador tonight, huh? There's Bob Jackson.
Hey, what's up, Bob? We just had a winner in the last one, Bob. Hope you were here for that one. If not, we got some more in the pocket here, I'm sure.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. All right, Tim. Well, let's get another winner here.
If not, Flavian is refunding all bets tonight.
Yes, exactly. Yep, absolutely. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, considering the fact, folks, that one of the greatest institutions in the world is right here in Boston, Massachusetts.
Don't do it, Sean. Don't do it.
There we go. Exactly. My number 1 pick actually is Harvard. And that will be Thomas Malloy and Gabe Saez. Again, Gabe is struggling a little bit. So is Luan. And Luan just won. I like the fact that this horse was claimed at 16,000. Was stayed on. Stayed on. He was way wide. Anybody who watched that last race of this five, Harvard was like 5-6 wide, and still was gaining to get fourth. And I was impressed that he stayed on, and the effort drops down to 12.5. Thomas Malloy, 22% off the claim. Not afraid to drop and win with horses that he claims. The horse got one win and 1/3. And I think this horse is going to be real tough in this group. The second horse is Asmodeus, Peter Miller, and Christian Torres, as we're starting to see these West Coast trainers kind of migrate towards the East Coast more today. This horse ran 2 really good races in Santa Anita. But here's my question. This is why I put the second pick. Okay. The horse wins 16,000 wins. You bring him up to 20,000 non-winners at 3 lifetime. He wins. Why are you bringing him back down to 12? You know what I'm saying? That when you keep going up the ladder until the horse showed you that he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So while he looks definitely formidable, and he's in his 2 Churchill races, 80,000 non-winners or 2. Came in second and third to Abaddon and Silver Heist, who would be like 1 to 100 in this group. So obviously this horse has a huge chance. I just don't like the fact that this horse is doing that. And then the third, Hey Boss, Thomas Van Berg, Rafael Bejarano. Rafael won with this horse at Oaklawn for 10,000. But again, as I said to Tim, the Oaklawn horses are just not firing, it seems, just on first opportunity after Oaklawn. So I put him third. So my trifecta in this race was 5, 6, and 4.
All right. So when you talk about the 6 there, Sean, I just think it was probably those races were at Santa Anita, those last 2, and definitely great races in both. The speed figures in that last race, that 80 speed figure, that beats anything in this field. That is best last race buyer by a mile over these in this particular race. So I did have the 6 on top. I just think when they were looking at the condition book and trying to find a place for this horse, this is probably the race closest to what they were looking for. So I don't think it's anything that's that bad here. Horses run well at Churchill, has a second and a third in 2 races, ran a similar buyer speed figure in those races. And again, that is enough to beat most of these. Harvard it is definitely a horse that has run well, but his better races to me were like earlier on, and over everything that he's put up over the last 6 months has come down in numbers quite a bit. Yeah. And his best races speed figure wise were early on, and he's come off of those quite a bit. And it looks like those races on the synthetic, maybe that's where he needs to be now. So sure. I'm kind of playing against Harvard a little bit on top here. I do have the horse in third, but your third pick, I just swapped the 5 down to third and put your third pick in second for me. That's Hey Boss, the 4. This is one that seems to be moving in the opposite direction, moving forward a little bit. We're going a mile and an 1/8 here. This one ran a mile 2 back, then went a mile and a 16th. So mile and an 1/8, pretty good progression. This horse is going to be closing late, which is why I didn't put this horse for the win. And the track is playing more towards the tactical edge, and the deep closers are getting underneath, but they're not really getting on top. And I just think this one's going to be way too far back to get on top. So I was 6, 4, 5. And then just to talk about one more, Master Game is one that, if you look, last 3 races has been at 3 different tracks with 3 different jockeys. Now we're at we're repeating tracks, but we got the 4th different jockey getting up with Moncada here. So this horse is just looking for a little bit of consistency. I think if you look a couple back that work at Keeneland, that's fast enough to be considered here. So maybe the drop down in class is something that this one needed. So could figure in the trifecta for sure. I do not think that the one is a win candidate here, but definitely one that I would consider putting underneath in my trifectas, maybe even the exactas, because I think the class drop here puts this one right into contention with the rest of these.
Love it. Okay.
So 6-4-5-1 for me.
And Mark Welch, great. You just got a big hit. Great job, my friend. Wonderful. Malva says those figs out west are always elevated.
Yeah, but Malathot, it wasn't just out west. Those figs out west, that was my point, was the figs out west, if you look at the races at Churchill, they're on par with what this horse ran at Churchill. So this horse ran a 76 and an 82, and then the last two races ran a 73 and an 80. So that was exactly my point, was that the horse is kind of at a level to where he has run in the past at Churchill.
Right. And then Bobby D is an exact 6'5" with 483. Good luck, Bobby D. Malthot's got a $5 exact key box 4 with the 1-5. Marv Beatty, hi man, how are you? And Curtis Jeanette's got a try box 1356. Good luck, Curtis. 103 people join us tonight. Love to see it.
Welcome in.
Oh, Mark had a 3-5-9-10 super. Oh, wow. Nice job.
Way to go. We'll see where we're at here, and showing 6 minutes. Somebody's working up pretty hard there. That's the one horse.
Yeah, so yeah.
The apprentice Irving Moncada up. There he is right there. If you're watching the on-track feed.
Yeah.
The 5 is your 3-2 favorite right now. The 4 is currently 9-2. The 6 is 4-1. So 5, 6, 4. I put them in the other order because they were opposite right as I did. They flipped. After those, it would be the 1 and the 8 are 6-1. And the 2 is 9-1. Everybody else double digits on the 3 and the 7.
Yeah. 7-5.
5 minutes left. We'll watch them here on the track a little bit and figure out how we're going to attack this one. Let us know what you're playing out there.
Yeah.
What's everybody like?
Grandma's going for the 7 for a long shot. Good luck, Grandma. Bob Jackson's top picks are 3, 5, and 1. He likes the 3 for a long shot too. Good luck, Paul, with your soccer bet, my friend. Yep. Brutal, Mark, folks. Brutal. Nice job. 3, 5, 9, 10. Well done.
San Antonio.
Oh, so close. Oh. And again, the good thing, we got Kent J. Sweezy in this race. I'm not afraid to lose. Drop and win. I'm looking at the horses right now. I'll be back in 1 minute, my friend.
Sure. All right, what's everybody think? I think I've got our play here. I was gonna try to wait for my friend Sean, but let's go ahead and put our play in here. Want to give everyone time to play this one because I got a feeling we're going to hit here. So we are going to play a $2 trifecta. We're playing a 5-6 with 5-6 with 1-4-8. That'll cost you $12. We're playing it for two. A $12 wager, 5-6 with 5-6 with 1, 4, and 8. Sean had to jump off camera. He ran into the other room to make sure that he had lots of money to place on this wager.
Yes, exactly. I have stacks. Exactly.
He's building bankroll for Saratoga this week.
Yes, exactly.
Going to the Belmont
tomorrow. Yep, I'm bringing the wheelbarrow up with me after this race. I'll be buying tickets in the 1866, 1869 club. Will be. We'll be hobnobbing with the big people. Is Mancada top jockey riding at Churchill while others are at Saratoga?
No.
I would say right now probably B. Hernandez.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Sean. With everybody that's away, I would say BJ is the best rider left on the track.
Yeah. And Luan. I know Luan's struggling, but I'm saying Luan's definitely right up there too.
And there are a lot of great young jockeys here. Edgar Morales is one. I will tell you that there's he's not riding like he used to in Kentucky, but you can never count out Rafael Bejarano.
No.
Bejarano's a great jockey. He's on the 4 in this race. Definitely think he's one of those. To me, he's like a Joel type. He's dangerous on that late closer, getting up inside the trifecta.
And I also say too, Paul, and I think Tim will agree with me, when the big boys all go out of town, you can never count on Corey Lannery. He's at 16% right now for the meet.
And he knows the tracks.
Yeah, he knows the track. So he's always won. He's already won one today. So when the big boys go, he is definitely one to always keep in mind where he is. We're getting ready. Good luck here to everybody. And they're off.
From the inside, the 1 got a good break, but on the outside, that's the 8 going to take the early lead. The 6 moves up into second position. Here comes the 7 from the outside, now moving into third. The 2 is just inside those in between horses in fourth. The 1 down on the rail in fifth. Another length back to the 5. The 3 outside that one is currently in seventh, and the 4 is at the back of the pack. The quarter, 24.17 seconds. Nicolau up front on about a half length lead over Asmodeus. It's another half length back to San Antimo on the outside, just outside that one. That's the 3, WW Crazy. In between horses is the 2, the 1 down on the rail, another length back to the 5, the 4 still in last, the half 49 flat, nice and comfortable up front for Nicolau. Nice. Asmodeus moves up on the neck of that one, starting to get into gear. San Antimo on the outside, still a half length back, 3 wide, starting to make a move into the far turn and going to come 4 wide. That's the 5 horse. That's a 3 starting to make a move 5 wide as we make the turn heading into the top of the stretch. The 6 furlongs was 113, moving kind of slow. The 8 backs out of it. Now up front to the outside. That is going to be San Antimo. San Antimo at 33-1, but in between horses, there's Asmodeus, the 6 horse. We need our 5 on the outside to get into gear and to get moving here, but we've got the 7 starting to pull away at a price. I think that was Grandma's long shot pick. Here comes the 4 late. What did I say? Who's coming late with the late run? Rafael Bejarano.
Rafael Bejarano.
That's what I was saying.
Grandma, I hope you had that 7 at 33-1.
Yes, at least underneath. But Bejarano came really with the late run, and that was exactly what I was talking about. He used to dominate in Kentucky, Keeneland and Churchill. He's kind of gotten off of his game a little bit as some of the younger jockeys have moved forward. But when they're away, Bejarano will play.
Absolutely.
A Boss with the win. San Antimo second. Liam the Brave, the 2-horse, gets up for third. Our horses were well back.
Grandma, did you do a win, place, and show? Hopefully, on your 7 at 33 to 1.
33 to 1.
What a bad beat! If you had that, the 7 ran a huge race. Great job, Grandma. Great handicapping.
Makes me want to go to Tuscany.
Yeah, no, exactly. Nice call, regardless. Ran a huge race. With the Liam the Brave third at 20 to 1.
Yeah, 14 to 1.
Whoa. Wow.
So you end up with 4 to 1 over 25 to 1, or those odds don't look right. So 3 to 2, 7 to 2, excuse me, over 33 to 1, over 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
2 of the top 3 longest shots on the board, the 7 and the 2 in the trifecta.
Wow.
Speaking of backing your wheelbarrow up, Sean, if you've got this trifecta, go ahead and pull it up to the windows.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
And you've got the 2 favorites, the 6 and the 5, off the board. And the 6 did take late money and went off as your 9 to 5 favorite.
Yeah, nowhere to be found, unfortunately.
No, even the 1 was taking a lot of money and is off the board. So all of those horses.
And the 4 took the worst of it around the first turn too. He was,
he was dead last. I kept calling him dead last. But that's a typical Bejarano trip right there. That's exactly what I was saying. He's always going to be late, coming with the charge down the stretch.
Yep, the boss was the boss. Yep. Thomas Van Burke.
Yep, we were talking about with all of the leading guys these days being away, who's the jockey? And Bejarano's like, you guys didn't mention me. What?
Yeah, exactly.
But we did mention him.
Yep.
I would have sworn, though, a minute ago I looked and it said that 4 was 4 to 1 and now says 7 to 2. That drives me crazy.
I hear you. It had very competitive figures at Churchill Downs,
Yeah, I mean, I love the 4. I told you that that was my second pick. I had the 4 second. Yeah. And I told you that he was going to come running late, and I just didn't see him getting up for the win. But he showed me I was definitely wrong.
Yeah, keep flying.
But that's exactly what I thought would happen. It's just that horses haven't been closing like that, but he closed from dead last and way back.
So exactly. So maybe a sign of things to come here. Yeah.
I love a fair track when a track is planned to where you can't see a bias and horses can close, come from off the pace, win on the lead. There's nothing better than a fair track where you got to handicap the horses.
Always on the show. Grandma, did you play it across though, or did you just bet win?
Because even a cross money on that one's going to get you a return. It pays, if you look at it, it pays 31.16, 11.72.
Ethan owns 1% of the improbable luck in the 9 horse in the last race of the day. Hey, there you go. Good luck, Ethan.
And that was Adam the Biscuits up on the 7.
Yeah, exactly. The Biscuit tried to take it home for Grandma.
That 472 trifecta for 50 cents gives you $939.43.
Wow. We are rooting for you, Grandma. We wanted you to get home on that one.
The early pick 5 returns $662.
Wow. All right.
Even the $2 exacta was $269.48. So great payouts here at Churchill. Wow. Flavien Prat takes all my money at Saratoga. We're not forgetting.
Oh, no.
All right, Sean, I'll leave you to your thoughts. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. In this race, I think we got a real interesting horse here. And again, in the next race, number 5, Starina, has been scratched. Number 5, Starina, leaving us with a field of 10. Here, and let us know. Okay, we asked this the other night. If anyone has handicapped the Belmont cards for either tomorrow or Saturday, is there a horse that you absolutely love? Like this horse, and I don't say like I don't want to say like she feels pretty, or someone was like going to be like 1 to 5, you know what I'm saying, like, or whatever. But the what horse are you saying? This horse is. We'll just throw her out because she'll be. But what horse this weekend says to you, you know what? This horse, I love this horse this weekend at the Belmont. Let us know if there's that horse that you feel, yep. And it could be journalism, it could be sovereignty, it could be the Belmont, absolutely. Rodriguez, could be Baeza, whoever you think there. If that's your horse, that's your horse. Chancellor McPatrick was, but didn't make. Yeah, well, Ethan, you know what about I love about Chancellor McPatrick? I think he's a New York horse. I think you bring him out of New York, the kryptonite comes in, and he's just not the same horse. But you bring him to New York, and he runs like a monster. So he's my pick tomorrow, is Chancellor McPatrick, because in New York, that horse has never run a bad race. So, so to me, Chancellor McPatrick is my pick in that race. I think he's going to be a big chance to win that race. Because you just bring him back to New York, he's a different horse. Very good. Yeah. So hope both Nolans cash on that one for sure, my man. I'm very high on them in that race. Kind of like East Avenue in Kentucky. You bring him to Fairgrounds, didn't like it. What do? You bring him back to Kentucky. He runs another big race. He just likes Kentucky more than the other. There's some horses that just love certain tracks. And Chancellor McPatrick is a New Yorker through and through. But let us know who you like. A big day tomorrow. I actually have my form in the other room. I should have brought it in. But but tomorrow should be an interesting. I think Roswell, someone was talking about him. Yep. Same here, Ethan. Roswell is going to be a good one for Junior coming up tomorrow. Again, we'll see how the weather's. But Roswell should run a big race in the first race. Junior kind of taking it easy on the Belmont Day, getting ready for sovereignty. Journalism, Umberto. And make sure, a little tease here, a little round table coming out tomorrow morning. Tim, Colin, and myself will be doing a little round table on the Belmont. Make sure you check that out for our picks as we analyze the field in depth for who we like. Over 108 joining us tonight. Love you all. 3 likes. Thank you, folks. If you're on the YouTube, if you can just go on there, click the like button, we greatly appreciate it, my friends. As always, that helps support us. So we greatly appreciate it. And we're moving on to the next race here, which is race number 6.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We got a field of 7. We have the 8 to 5 favorite, Feeling Beachy, from my man Norm Casse and Vincent Cheminade.
So were you talking about Sean while I was away? Were you talking about horses that we like for Saturday or for tomorrow's card?
Well, either one, either one. Either one. Either day. Obviously on Saturday. Ethan and I are on the same page there, Tim, on Chancellor McPatrick. I think he loves New York tracks. You bring him out of it and he's just not the same horse, but you put him on a New York track and he runs a big race after big race. I think he'll be very tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely 2 for 2 at Saratoga and running well. And of all the horses that Pratt could have ridden, this is the one that he chooses to ride. So definitely has a big shot. But I really like that race, and I think it's wide open. And I've got I've got a horse in there that I like that is going to be a decent price, and that's Macho Music.
Yeah, absolutely. I know he's a big chance.
I mean, he's coming off a great win in the Pat Day Mile over some really good horses, beat Madicat Road and Gaming in that race. And I just think he's got the speed and he's going to be out front. And at a one turn race, 7 furlongs, he's going to say, come and get me.
Yep. Great job, Paul. Yep. And that's a great thing. Turn the page. Yep. Yeah. Hill Road's running the Belmont. Yep. As I told them, Tim, they'll have to tune in tomorrow for our roundtable discussion, Colin and I, as we go over the Belmont field in depth.
Ethan, I'm going to disagree with you if you're saying he's better around 2 turns in a distance, because Chancellor McPatrick is in this race because he is not a 2-turn horse.
Yeah, no, he's a 1-turn
2-turn horse, and Hill Road is.
Yeah, Hill Road is definitely a 2-turn. Yeah. At a mile, I would pick McPatrick. I would Chancellor over him. At a mile and an eighth, mile and a quarter, right. McPatrick's 10 lengths behind Hill Road.
Yeah, and like they're just 2 different horses. It's comparing, to me, it's like comparing sprinters and routers.
Yeah, that would be like comparing Matoli to Flightline. You know what I mean? Like, Matoli would run with Flightline for 7 furlongs for sure. But then if he run a mile and a quarter, he'd be 18 lengths behind because he couldn't get the distance,
All right, Sean, we're coming up here. I believe we're about 15 minutes from race 6.
Yes. 14 minutes to race 6. Looks like a gorgeous night out there.
It is. I mean, it looks okay and everything. Just hoping the rain holds off. It's supposed to start here pretty soon. But
by the way, I got to say, Tim, kudos to the Churchill Downs people. That turf course looks lovely.
It really is. They did an amazing job in bringing it back.
Yeah. For all the scrutiny, if you're going to give them scrutiny, and it was well deserved, but you have to give them major kudos because that is a gorgeous looking turf track. For those, what do you call it? And those who have never seen the best turf course in the North America, go up to Woodbine and see that E.P. Taylor course. That course is absolutely amazing. Colonial, Keeneland, that's my top 5 right there, Tim. I think the Woodbine is number 1 for me. Then I think the Colonial and Keeneland are like neck and neck, 2, 3. I think they're incredible turf courses. All right. So, Tim, who did you like here in race 6?
This to me is a really bad race from a betting perspective, Sean. I really didn't like this race at all, and only because I just think that it's a 2-horse race. It's really chalky. You got the 1 and the 7 both in this race, who right now the 1 is 2-1 off of a 9-5 morning line, and the 7 is 6-5 off an 8-5 morning line. So your morning line had 8-5 and 9-5 favorites, and it's hard to get past these two with everybody else in this race. So I do like the 7 on top, and I think that the 7 just much the best in here over the 1. But after those underneath, it gets a little more iffy. The one horse that I do like, and I was thinking that the 4 was going to be the overwhelming third choice in here. Both the 4 and the 6 were 6-1 in the morning line, and I like the 6 more. But unfortunately, so does everybody else right now, because the 6 is the third betting choice. So I hate giving 3 horses that are the top 3 favorites. I absolutely despise it, but that's how I handicapped it. And you know how I do it. When I get my daily racing form, it doesn't have the odds on it. I turn them off. I go into the customized settings. I turn off the odds, and I handicap it without them. And that's just the way it came out.
Yep.
7-1-6. Ugly, ugly, ugly. We got a couple of decent ones coming up though, to where I got some prices.
Yep. Okay. Interesting race here. Interesting race for sure.
I got to address this, Sean, and Ethan. I'm not arguing with you, bud, but you're talking apples and oranges. You said Chancer McPatrick is better because he beats him out every day, and what we're telling you is that Chancer McPatrick is a sprinter, and when you look at Hill Road, he is a 2-turn router. So of course, when they're sprinting and working out, Chancer McPatrick is going to look better because they're sprinting and he's a sprinter.
Right.
But Chancer McPatrick in a 2-turn race with Hill Road, he's not going to beat Hill Road. You put Hill Road in a sprint race with Chancer McPatrick, he's not going to beat Chancer McPatrick. So again, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying there as far as how they work and everything and their stable mates, but you're comparing a sprinter and a router. You got to put them in a race and tell me who you're going to pick in that race. And it depends on whether it's a sprinter or a route, as a 1-turn or a 2-turn, as to which horse you're going to pick. Because if it's a 2-turn, Chancer McPatrick's not winning. He's not better than Hill Road in that.
Right.
So I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. And Ethan's got 7-1-6-3 in here. Marv Breedy's got a 7 all 1 try. Good luck, Marv. Bobby D's got 1-4 with 3-2. And Curtis Sinette's got a try box 1, 2, 6, and 7.
Marv's going to try to catch a price under the 7 and then play the 1. I kind of like it, Marv. Split the 2 favorites and hope to get something in between.
Yeah.
That's something that Sean and I have done quite a bit in here in the lounge, just putting an all in between and trying to catch a price. Yeah. We've been lucky a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. And here again, you have an interesting race here where you have, the Brian, who we did say is the best rider here, left, on the 6-5 favorite, but he almost had broken and determinedly lost to save time last time at this distance. So this will be interesting. The horse that to me, Tim, is the real puzzler to me at this time is sometimes East Shore can run a good race and sometimes East Shore can run a really bad race,
Exactly.
You don't quite know with that horse what day he feels like on what day,
Yeah. And the one thing that I would say, Sean, is that we're also again looking at the fact that The horses are running, but the jockeys always play a row. We know that, and we were just talking. And with a lot of the bigger names gone, it's like who's in the race. You know what I mean? So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
that was one of the things that I looked at as well in here when you're looking at it, and why I kind of like the 7. I mean, that's BJ, and he's the biggest name left in here, and he's still got to have a good horse, but he does. He has a good horse, and he's got best horse with the best jock, and it's hard to bet against this one. He's 4 for 4 in the money at Churchill, and a win in the second and 4 races at the distance. I just think he's quite a bit better than everybody in here.
Yeah.
But Chaminad's been riding okay. He started out calling Sheehan's favored jockey because he played so much. But what's up, Irene? How are you? Haven't seen you in a couple.
Hey, Irene, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Chaminad's working the one like he's at Los Alamitos.
He's like, we're only going 400 yards, right?
Exactly. trying to put some speed into him, I guess. Getting those legs stretched.
We're 6-5 and 8-5, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
That explains it, Irene. Hope you had a good time. Cape Cod.
Yeah, I hope you had a fabulous time, my friend. Yep.
Right. Welcome in, Drew.
Hey, Drew. How are you, my man?
137 exacta box for Drew.
All right. Oh, Cape Cod. Great, Irene. What part of the Cape were you on, Irene? Anyone? Hey, Joseph Myers.
Joseph, it's race 6.
Yep.
Race 6. We're 5 minutes from race 6.
The Cape is about 45 minutes away from me, Irene. One of my favorite
races left for the night at Churchill.
Yep. Oh, North Truro. Okay. Truro Beach. Beautiful. One of my favorite beaches is Truro Beach. You got a chance to go down there. All right. So we got 4 minutes to go here. Trying to formulate my pick here. Okay. Corey of the claim. You know how you say, Tim? All right. Here we go. 2 numbers, 1. Let's see here. All right. Two, six. Trying to formulate my pick here, Tim.
No worries.
Yeah.
We got a little time. Got a couple more minutes.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have my pick. 1-7 with 1-7 with 2-4.
$2 try.
Yep.
So that'll be an $8 wager.
Yep. Nothing very. Yep. Exactly. I just think that's
I mean, those two definitely look the best.
I'm going to try to beat the 6 for value, The 6 runs a good race, so be it.
We are moving towards the gate with a minute to post time here.
Thank you. Everybody joining us. 115. Yeah, Mo Plex. I thought that was going to be a big one too, Ethan. But some just don't quite develop like you think. 7 is the Uncle Mo, Trish. Yeah. Always interesting for Michael McCarthy that he's got Tomorrow Journalism, who's out of Curlin, who Michael McCarthy led the great Philly into the Belmont when she beat Curlin. And then the mayor's out of Uncle Mo, who he also led into the winner's circle. So it's kind of ironic to have that duo in his camp. Full circle moment there for him. We're loading up. And we're off. That's the 7 going for the lead, followed by the 1, the 2, the 4, the 3, and the 6. Can see them all right now. The 7 on the lead with BJ Hernandez as expected. See what the first pace is here. The 4 stalking him right on the outside. The 1 followed by the 2, the 6. First quarter, 24-3, not very fast. So we have the 7, the 4, Bejarano stalking him right on the outside. We got Feeling Beachy right on the rail there. We got the 6 stalking them right from behind. Did not get out of the gate well, but is in 4th. And we got the 5 and the 2, 3 and the 2, excuse me. The half, 49-1, not a fast pace at all. 7 still cruising right up there with B. Hernandez, looking awful confident up front there. The 4 trying to stick with him. 1 Feeling Beachy, trying to stay in it there at the rail. The 3/4 and 1:13 and 2. The 7 still on the lead. The 4 trying to get past, and the 1 coming up the rail. Down the stretch they come. It's still the 7. The 1 trying to make a move on the outside. The 4 sticking in the middle. We need that 1 to try to get going. The 7 still coming. The 1's trying to come. The 2 is coming. Oh, I should have just made it a try key. The 1 is trying down the stretch. Can he get momentum? No. It's going to be 7, 2, 4, 1. I should have just done a try. I should have just done a try key. 7, 2, 4, 1. It did not like that 6. Did not like that 6 at all. Coming up, and when he comes up into allowance races, he just spits the bit. Should have made that a try key there. Like that 2 and like that 4. Julie knows. Yeah, shucks. That, and I hate when you do that when you right idea. I know. Yeah, Joseph. Nope. I yeah, exactly.
It happens.
Yep. No, yeah. Exactly, Joseph. Nope, but I I have no problem with the bet I made. Exactly. For all geniuses after the race, but I thought the one would run a better race there, and he was sitting right in the perfect spot. Just didn't,
Yeah, he didn't have anything today.
No. But I like the strategy. Like that 2 with Julian. Like that 4.
Yeah, if you just key the 7 over the 3 of them, then
yeah, I know. Yeah, because I thought like the 7 was the best. Like you, I should have just done. Yeah, closest only horseshoes and hand grenades. But thank you. Thanks, my friend. This actually won't pay bad because the one's out. That would have been a great try. Burgers on the grill just started pouring rain. Oh, there you go, Todd. Oh, that's okay, Marv. That's why they call it racing. You move on. 15 to 1 over, was it 15 to 1 over 9 to 1? Ugh. Jules gets up for second. Wrecks my parade. This would probably pay nice too, Burgers on the grill and gorgeous in Kentucky. There you go. Yep, Joseph, that is exactly it, my friend. Just takes one. We're close. We've been, we're seeing the ball. We've got to. Yep. Tim's going to bring us right back. We still got a couple left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this sets up just like last week. Me in the next to last, you in the last, and we hit both of them last week and ended up doubling the bankroll. So let's go. We got 2 left.
Yeah.
Races 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And I got a horse I like here, and it is not one of the top couple favorites in the next race. So
I'm going to regret this try, Tim.
Yes, you will. Not as much.
Not as much as your pick 6.
As much as I regret betting on Flavian.
Yeah, right. 50-cent try, $38.87.
$2,700.
Yeah.
Thank you, Flavian.
$38.87. That's not bad. Yeah. And there's the group, Brian J. Hernandez. And the crew.
B.J. Hernandez Jr. There you go. 7-2-4-1. The 7-2 exact at 37.20. The 7-2-4 try 38.87. The double 4-7 was 11.84. The superfecta 16.63.
Yep.
Let's get something going here. 2 races left. Time to get a winner.
I agree. And we will do that, my friend.
We got it.
And again, thank you to everybody joining us tonight, for sure. All right, and I will read the conditions there, Tim, for us. I'll read the conditions for the 7th race here. 7th race, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Optional, claiming 80 non-winners of 2, which is 4 affiliated mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 18,000 twice, other than maiden, claiming, or starter. And do we have any scratches in this race, Tim?
All of the also eligibles are out 11 through 14, but we have a full field of 10. 1 through 10 are in. The also eligibles out. Do not draw in.
Okay. Yeah. 5 furlongs on the turf.
All right, Tricia, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put a white number 2 saddle cloth on your rat before throwing it on, because that's what Pratt was riding today, my number 2 horse. Just paint a little white number 2 saddle cloth on him.
Yeah. This is an interesting race for sure.
I like this race, and I'm just going to say this: I don't like either one of the top 2 favorites.
Yeah, yeah.
They can have them.
Yep, exactly.
The one is floated up a little bit, 5-1, but the 9 is 8-5. Yeah, they can have that. They can have 8-5 on the 9. Christopher Davis and Sophie Doyle.
Yep.
A lot of eyewash on this one.
Yeah. Okay. I thought this is an interesting race. One that can go either way. One that can go either way here, my friend. We've got Nikki Nine Doors here. Sophie Doyle taking over for Christopher Davis. Has not won on his horses yet, but definitely, I think you would agree, has faced better than this group has. Yeah. So, and let me go back here to Churchill down with my friends so I can get my picks here. Okay, 16 minutes to post. Here we go. Yeah, I know the 9 would be the favorite, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. But I really like the. If you watch this race, the 8 out too late. Michael Maker, Edgar Morales. This horse was flying way too late last time. He was really coming. Got nailed at the wire. But he was full of run. I think the 5.5 furlongs would be exactly what he needs versus this crew, and I think he's going to be really tough in this race. He's 1 win in 2 seconds in this race. Edgar should be flying 3-1. I think that's extreme value. The second pick was the 1. She's a Tempest, who I'm shocked is at 5-1, but 3 solid races. I'm going to throw out the Yielding Mile. At Keeneland, and was in the lead. I think just was too far, too good. Sweet Rebecca and Deep Satin would be 1-100 in this race. So exactly. So I think come back down to the right level. where it's more comfortable running. I think 5.5 will be in this horse's breadbasket perfectly. And Torres rides Vermont 18%. So this duo does very well together. So, and then my third pick was the a 9, Nikki Nine Doors. Always comes flying. Christopher Sophie 0 for 4 with Christopher Davis. Has a lot of work to make up. So I think she's going to get somewhere in the minors, but just doesn't get up. So my field was 8, 1, and 9.
Yeah, I mean, this 9 just keeps taking money and keeps burning it up, and has a couple of seconds here, 2 out of the last 3 races as favorites, finishing second. Going to be the favorite again here, and I don't like the horse. I really don't. I think it's underneath at best. And the horse I like, and I saw Malathot just talk about this, but I love the 6 horse in here, Girls Weekend, and if you look at the race a couple back, that 5.5 furlongs back in February of Fairgrounds, that was a horse's first time on turf.
Yeah.
And if you watch that race back as I did, this horse was about 3 wide, and then they hit the stretch, and she goes about 6 wide, 6 out in the 5 or 6 path. And then she's gaining on horses late in that race and ends up finishing a game third, but really took the long way around.
Yep.
And can definitely move forward, gets Ben Curtis. I like every bit of this. And that last race, I mean, you look at that, it was on the dirt here at Churchill, and that was a stakes race. So this is not that. So I'm going to look past that last race and look at this horse like the move to turf 2 back at the fairgrounds, and I think moves forward off of that race and is going to compete here. I'm pretty sure. So I like the 6 a lot, and then I like the 8 out too late as well. And this is one that you talked about. Mike Makers has actually been picking it up here lately. He's 12 for 38 in the exacta. And I just think getting Edgar up with a lot of the usual guys out of town here, this horse fits here. And if you look at the distance on the turf in 4 races, this horse is in the exacta 3 times.
Yeah.
So give me 4 out of 5 as we hit this one, this horse being in the exacta.
Yeah.
So 6 and 8. I did put the 9 underneath in third. I don't think you can throw the 9 completely out, but I just think the 9 is burning money and likes to finish underneath. It's just and you know the connections here, as Sean mentioned, they haven't been burning it up, and I definitely am going to play against that horse in this position. I mean, you've got a 10 horse field. We're on the outside. We got connections that aren't doing well. We got other horses that are figure in the race speed wise. I think it's a good play against here, and that's why I was saying in the last race you had to eat the chalk of the 7 in that race, but we're going against the chalk here. We're not playing the 9. I definitely like 6 and 8 above that one. If I had to put one more underneath, Sean, I think the 1 is going to show speed. We did have, if you go back to race 4, we did have a 5.5 furlongs on the turf here. That was speed forward and speed held in that race, but it was a different horse. It was a different horse in a different race and different complexion. And this horse, I think, wants a lot more distance. So the early speed that you see on the form in those longer distances, that kind of speed is not going to be on the lead in a 5.5 furlong sprint.
Yeah. My 4th pick, by the way, Tim, this is an upset pick. What happened to be the 2, Best Cupcake, out of Oscar Performance.
There you go.
The horse did in his 5.5 furlong race at Keeneland. I know it wasn't versus this group, but did at least come in third, closing the 5.5 furlongs, So the Shiz has already gotten one up, almost at 33-1.
And the Oscar goes to?
Exactly. So
got to throw in the Oscar baby.
absolutely.
Yeah, this horse, Sean, if when you look at the two, I kind of like it a little bit. On the turf, this horse is 3 for 5 in the money with 2 wins. 40% wins on the turf.
Yep. I'm just saying just for an upset chance,
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider. That's why I say looking at it, I definitely think that the horse wants more distance and it's more,
no doubt.
It's more of a 2-turn horse, but that was a pretty solid 28 May workout on the Churchill Downs training track. So one that the folks might want to consider underneath as well. I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lee's is back with us. Hello, Lee's. He said
Hey,
race 7, he likes the 1.
There you go.
I just think
that is Ben Curtis. That's Ben Curtis.
The 1 wants a whole lot more distance. Yeah, the 6 is Ben Curtis. So
yeah,
there you go, Paul. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
We are still walking around
the paddock. Yep.
The best paddock in all of thoroughbred horse racing.
That is one beautiful paddock.
It took me a little bit to warm up to it because, the nostalgia of what it was there and the history.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a magnificent paddock. I think just in terms of pure nature beauty, right? My favorite paddock will actually be Delaware Park. If you ever go to Delaware Park, Tim, the paddock is like underneath like trees and everything. It's absolutely magnificent. It's huge. It's magnificent. But the Churchill paddock is unbelievable.
Definitely is.
Got some Louisville Cardinals hat on.
I'm a little sad I'm not going to be coming up to the Belmont with you here this week.
I know. We were looking forward to it, but yeah.
I looked at it a little bit, but I tell you where I will be. On Sunday, I will be at Churchill Downs for the Matt Winn.
Fantastic.
Got an incredible card lined up on Sunday. The Matt Winn Stakes looks like a really great race. Outside of everything happening at Belmont at Saratoga on Belmont Stakes Day, that's the best race of the weekend.
Yeah. Now, Tim, can your 6 horse win with his groom wearing a Louisville Cardinal hat? Is that?
Unfortunately, I think he can.
He can. Okay. Got it. Okay. He is in Louisville, so I guess
he's not riding the horse, though.
That's true. Yeah,
he's not riding the horse.
That's true. If he was riding it, then you'd have serious reservations, right?
Well, no, I just think it's appropriate, Sean, for somebody wearing a Louisville hat because he doesn't get to ride the horse, but everything that comes out the back end, he has to clean up.
Yeah, God, there you go.
And that's perfect for someone wearing a Louisville Cardinals hat.
Love it. 5 minutes to race 7, and they're still walking around the paddock here.
Yeah, I'm like I was.
Is this a tribute to Chucktown?
They do go off pretty quick here as far as close to the post time, but they have not been coming out at 10 minutes like they used to. They've been coming out like 5 or 6, and
you know what it could be, which is smart on their part. Because of the humidity, they may just keep them under, you know what I'm saying, and then just bring them right out. And, you know,
Sean, I'm taking a look at something here because I told you, and right as I say that, Sean, do you know what time it is?
Riders
up! Yeah, my concern is I saw everybody just kind of milling around. I told you we do have some thunderstorms coming in the area a little bit later, and I was worried we might have got some lightning or something over there. But right as I said that, I saw the jockey on the 1 jump up.
Yeah, there you go.
So we are headed out to the track. It is Riders Up time at the track, and it is Riders Up time in the cocktail lounge.
Yes. Horse is coming onto the track. 4 minutes to post. They may just be smartly doing short post parades,
It's possible.
because of the humidity,
It's definitely warming up. Post parade going on right now.
Yes.
5.
There's Raylu. Raylu's been over everywhere. He's at Woodbine the other day. Now he's at Churchill.
There's your winner, 12-1.
Ben Curtis. I think this 8's going to be very tough too.
I love the 8. That was my second pick. So
yeah. I think this 8's going to be very, very interesting. I find it interesting though that the 8 switches to Edgar, even though Brian is here.
Yes. And he's not riding in the race. So you know what, Sean? Maybe he was named on the 11. Let me see. Is he in the next race at all? Let's take a quick look. He is. He's in the next race.
Oh, okay. So he may have just been named. Okay, yeah. And they're just giving Edgar a chance.
Yeah.
Which I like the horse even more.
Yeah, I agree.
That means they're giving this horse a chance. Thank you to everybody joining us tonight. Ethan says 8-9, please. JG Funk, Louisville used to be in a better basketball conference in the UK, the Big East. Well, okay. I'll say this, right?
Please.
But I will say this, Tim. I think you'll agree with me, okay? In the 80s and 90s, there was no better conference than the Big East. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Just Thompson, Syracuse. See, no, I'm just saying they were the right. But in the 2000s and beyond, there's been nobody better than the SEC's been very, very solid. As a
definitely agree.
But in the 80s and 90s, definitely the Big East was the best conference by far.
Sean, let's put this bet in so everybody can run to the windows and hammer the bet, or not. So we get more money if they don't. But
that's right.
Show them what we're playing. All right. So look, I'm going to play it a little safe here. I love these 3 horses, and here's the thing. I'm playing against the 9, and I love the 6 and the 8, and we're getting a real good price on the 6. Off a 6-1 morning line, we're getting 13-1. I would hate for that to have the right horses and the wrong pew, and we've done that a little bit. So I'm just going to box all 3 of them, Sean.
Yep.
I'm just going to play a $2 try box, 6, 8, 9. I like those horses a lot in here, so we will hope we can get that home and hope that the 6 finishes on top. 6, 8, 9 in that order would be the best turnout for us. But $12, that'll leave you all of $75 to take a big swing in the last one if it fails. But when I hit this one, we're doing okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
We are 0 minutes to post.
0.
Be headed towards the gate.
Good luck to everybody. Grandma, good luck with the 2 and the 10. Yeah. Hey, Grandma the Cupcake, Oscar performance, baby. You know? $15-1. Definite value. We're getting towards the gate now. We're doing our circle pattern here, huh? The famous Churchill down circle pattern.
And again, with this configuration, they're on the dirt there, and they cross over right behind the gate and go right into it. So they'll sit here right until they're ready to load, and then they cross over and straight into the gate.
Yep. Here they come.
So
they're coming right to the gate. They said, we got a long Belmont day tomorrow. We got to
let's get this done. We got 2 more races.
Yeah.
Sean needs to get his sleep so he can drive up to Saratoga tomorrow.
That's right. And folks, just to let you know, Tim is even more determined to come up to Saratoga now because the good folks of Boston have opened a new Treehouse Brewery in Saratoga Springs, New York. So that is even more incentive for Tim to come up to Saratoga.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming this summer, Sean. It's just working out when I'm gonna be up there. So are you going for Whitney?
No, unfortunately, I'm going to try. Let's say I'm going to try. My mom and sister are turning 50 and 80 this year, and their birthday party is the next day. So
didn't you just do a birthday party bailout on us?
Yeah, right, exactly. So. And Grandma, thank you very much. Best racing chat. We so appreciate y'all. Marv's got a 4 with 1-6 exacta box. Bob Jackson 158. Good luck.
We are out from the center of the track. The 7 goes out to the lead. From the far outside, the 9 is going to sit in second. The 5 is currently down inside in third. Another 2 lengths back to the 6. Girls Weekend currently in 4th position. Ben Curtis got that one in a nice stalking position. It's another length back to the 8, 2 and 4 behind that one. And then currently at the back of the pack is the 3. Up front, the quarter was in 21 and 3, going really fast up front. Really? That is Cart Girl Sam with Nikki 9 Doors to the outside. There's that 9 horse starting to make a little bit of a move to the outside. Our horses, here comes the 8 on the outside as well. So we've got our horses in a good position with the 9 and the 8. The 6 in the middle got a lot of work to do. The 7 up front starting to fade a little bit. The 5, here comes the 5 between horses to put a nose in front. Late run by the 8 on the outside. It's going to be close at the wire. 5 and 8 in a photo. 7 horse gets third. That's why I was against that 9. I did not like the 9 at all.
By the way, were you shocked that the 9 was on the front?
Yes, totally.
21 and 43 and she's on the front.
Yeah. And that's why the 9 was done in.
Yeah. This was a close race.
I think the 8 got there.
I'm hoping. That's why I got him across.
Oh, yeah. 8. 8, 5, 7, 9. 9's off the board. 8, 5, 7, and your 8 to 5 favorite is off the board. Did not have the 5. Let me go back and look. High Fashion.
Yeah, it was the 5. Yeah, I'm thinking that myself too. High Fashion Kate, Marcelina Relu.
Yeah, Ethan, you told us everything. Look, Ethan, I just got to say again, I don't know if you're just trying to be a little bit confrontational tonight. How do you say the six is slow when the sixes have one race on the turf, one race, and it wasn't a bad race? You're judging a 5.5 sprint turf race off of dirt form. Good luck if you keep doing that off the angle. You might have been right in this one race, but good luck continuing to judge turf on the dirt and dirt on the turf. Again, his works were on the dirt. Yeah. Show me a work he's got on the turf, Ethan.
Yeah.
And Ben Curtis is a great turf rider, and I just took a chance. I told you it was a long price horse.
We're all geniuses after the race, Ethan.
Exactly.
Geniuses. I did have our column with Jerry Bailey, but there weren't a lot of people at 200 to 1.
But I just want to call this out really quickly. Our friend Sean did have the 8 on top. I had the 8 in second. That should have been our key, because the 8 at 5 to 1 is your winner, Sean. Congratulations. Good call on that one.
Thanks, sir. No worries. But we have one race to go, and we're gonna clean it. You know,
Ethan, I'm not trying to be confrontational with you, bud, at all. I'm just trying to call out some things that you were saying that I see. And look, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm never going to say you're wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just trying to point out why I like the 6. It was a shot. It was an angle. It was a surface switch, and just trying. So no big deal, man. I'm not upset at you at all. And just calling something out there that I see different. And if you're different, that's what we talk about all the time in here. What makes this game great is that we play against each other. Losing tickets pay the winning tickets. That's what's great about the game.
Yeah.
So best of luck to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Not mad at all. Not upset at you. Just calling something out.
And we have one race to go, Tim, and this is where we're just going to clean the house now. We've been around it all night here, you know.
Hey, if you had Mage and Mystic Dan, way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have. I mean, the 8 was definitely the play in there. 13, 47, 70, and 542, Sean. So did you have that one across?
I did, yeah.
I know that's what you normally do with your top picks.
Absolutely, Graham, and that's what makes this chat so well. That your opinion is just as respected by us as you listen to ours, right? We just give you our opinions, right? You give us yours, and that's why Tim and I so love doing this show, because your guys' stuff is so important to us, which is great, so. All right, 8th race, 6.5 furlongs, maiden 50,000 for maiden 3-year-olds and up. And we have an interesting race here. And do we have any scratches? Yes, the 1 is truly ancient history.
Yes, the 1 is out and the 12 is out.
And the 12 is out, leaving us a still nice field of 10. Okay, there we go. And a full field of 10 here, Tim. And we're going to take this one home. Remind me, Tim, speed has not been holding tonight. Is that correct? Or has it been?
I mean, it has in a couple of races, and it's been close. But I would say, if anything, Sean, the track is playing fairly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's biased anywhere. I think the track is playing very fairly. We've had horses win on the front, off the pace, and closers.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. There we go. Tim, it'll be interesting to see if you and I have the same horse here.
I'm a little intrigued by the way that the odds board is playing out right now.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a little bit interesting here.
I love a horse in here.
Well, I can't wait to hear that one.
We're going to win. And it might be something that you and I have in common.
I would think that there's a good chance of that.
We appreciate it, Bob Jackson. Yeah, man, I'm glad you play your own numbers too, which is awesome, but because you've had some fantastic ones. So yeah, absolutely. Kurt's got a try box 6, 7, 9, 10.
So we've got a 50,000 maiden race here, Sean, for 3-year-olds and up.
Yep.
This is a tough race. Definitely a little bit tougher than what we've seen in most of them. And if the horse that I think is going to be on the lead wins this race, Sean, then we'll have a really short price and I won't be cashing.
Okay. Drew the Legend Davis has got a 235 exacta box. Good luck, Drew. We got 75 bucks and I'm bringing this back in a big way.
They should call this race the No Balls Special.
Yep, yep.
No Balls Special. We have 3 first-time geldings in this race.
Yep, yep.
3 of them. And then 1, 2, and 4 other geldings. 3 first times and 4 others.
Yep.
7 geldings. Scott, you're
Scott
crazy.
Letty, how are you, buddy? Call me
Scott,
crazy, but I like the 10 here. I think the 10
you're
can
crazy,
close
Scott.
it.
No,
on
I,
this
I,
order.
I don't, I don't even think anything bad about the 10. You just had to call you crazy. So I'm just obliged. Just obliging, Scott.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is what
No, look, I think this race is wide open, Scott. I would not fault anyone for making a case for just about anybody in here.
Yeah. Bobby D's got an 893 with the 710. Kevin Phillips is single to the 2. Good job.
I'm not sure why, but he is.
But is
Laurent
it?
Giroux. Has Flo the Jock even ridden tonight?
No, that's what I'm saying. And he's staying here for McCarthy. So I think that's,
Exactly.
I think that's worth looking into, staying around for one race.
I thought it was interesting.
That is definitely interesting. But Sean, who's the sire of the 3?
That would be let's see, preservationist right there. That would be preservationist.
It definitely is.
And this horse happened to run against a horse named River Thames. So the company was, yep, I'm with you, Trish.
Yeah, I mean, Sean, you can make a case for a whole lot of horses in here. So I'm just going to talk about a few of them here for you.
Sure.
So
Go ahead. Yep.
Go ahead and get started and kick it off. So let's talk about the 3. Okay, the preservationist baby. Coming off a layoff. Who trains this one, Sean? That would
be our boy Ian Wilkes.
Mr. Ian Wilkes, and getting Lenderos up, and he's ridden this horse before. So they're dropping down from maiden special weight to maiden 50. Pretty good drop. And this horse has been okay competitive at the Kentucky tracks before going down to Gulfstream. So I'm just going to line through those 2 Gulfstream races and look at the competitiveness of this horse and say that he should be there against some of these. And I like the 3 a lot. And coming off a 3-1 morning line, we're currently 7-1. I like that even more.
Yeah. And he's not a gelding.
Then the 5, Excellent Chance. I think Excellent Chance has an excellent chance.
Yep. Edgar Morales.
For Greg Foley getting Morales up, first time gelding, and sometimes, Sean, the one thing I like to look at with the first time geldings is let's check the works, right?
Yeah.
So you look at that last work, 47-4, breezing from the gate. So that's quite a bit faster than most of the works for this horse. Rarely has he done anything like that. So maybe it's what he needed. I like the connections. And in this race where you're trying to make a case for some, I'll make a case for this one. So I'll put the 5 underneath. Then I'm going to go all the way to the outside, Major League, the first time starter.
Yep.
Why would I be on a horse at such a long price, first time starter for Kerry Brion, who hasn't done as much? But look at that last work, 47-1 at Keeneland. That's smoking fast. Second best of 117 to work furlongs that day, breezing from the gate. But who's this one out of, Sean?
Vacoma.
Vacoma, folks, is 21% with first time starters. That is otherworldly. Nobody's 21% with first time starters.
Right.
Nobody. And so, I mean, with that being said, this could be a win candidate based on that stat. But I definitely think the horse has to be competitive. So you got to throw the 11 in there somewhere. And especially at the price. If I'm getting that price, if you like somebody else, that's great. If you're playing some vertical exotics here, include Major League, because this horse has dropped from 20-1 morning line down to 11-1. Still a little bit of a price, but you cannot not include a Vacoma first starter. You just have to put them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the thing about the 5-1 morning line, currently 5-2, I don't like the 9 at all in here. I do think that the 9 is probably going to be your early race leader. It's the coach. Juarez got to win in the first race tonight. Is he gonna book in the card tonight? Maybe. Horse has some decent works, but I'm just gonna in this race, I'm just gonna play against this horse. And again, this is another one dropping down, maiden special weight last time at Oakland. Before that was 100,000 maiden. But Sean, you and I both talked about it time in and time out. This is my race horse, and this particular horse, I just coming from Oakland, the Oaklands just have not been doing too well. The Oakland shippers just have not had a good meet. So I'm going to take a wait and see approach on the My Racehorse and Probable Luck. And the My Racehorse probably explains why this horse is 5-2.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because all of the My Racehorse owners of this horse are everybody put $2 on the horse and made this horse the favorite because there's that many owners.
Yeah. There's nothing in a big day better than having a My Racehorse horse in the race because they all bet their horse, over bet their horse.
I love it when they're in a race and I don't like their horse because they're taking money and you're getting a better price.
Yeah, exactly.
Because once again, losing tickets pay the winning tickets, and as a result, that's a whole lot more losing tickets.
Yeah.
3 looks good.
He looks great. Yep.
Ian Wilkes and Chris Landeros. Can't go wrong.
No.
Corey Lannery, he's incredible. The horse's name is incredible.
Yep.
Excellent chance.
Yep.
Edgar Morales has an excellent chance.
Sherry putting this one in here may be the best horse, but I just think if she's given up on this one, then
I do too, and because it's Cherie DeVoe and BJ, I'm like I was really trying to make a case for this horse, Sean.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
I couldn't get there. So here's the thing, and this is what we call kitchen sink. They're throwing the kitchen sink at that one. What do I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so this horse is going from turf to dirt, from routing to sprinting. We're adding blinkers. We're changing jocks. It's like, I don't know what else they did. Change speed. It's like, I don't know, but it's just absolutely, this is kitchen sink. They're changing everything up on this horse. So you don't know what to expect.
Yeah. No, I agree. Major League. There's the field.
Bob, if you don't mind my asking, Bob, what do you like about the 8? Because I looked at that one long and hard, and there was something about the lines I was trying to find, and the horse is dropping down, but has run at this level a couple of times and didn't really show anything. And I kept coming back to this horse because I wanted to like this horse a little more first time gelding, but I couldn't find the angle, and there was something about it. It's just that happens to me sometimes, to where I see a lines and I keep going back to it but I do see that 2 back at Mahoning Valley. This horse for some reason went off as your even money favorite. Yeah, I'm not questioning it at all. I'm just trying to wonder because I kept looking at this horse and there was something, and I do this sometimes, and then the horse actually runs, and I'm like, why didn't I see it? But there was something. There's something here to be made, I guess. And like I said, I think you can make a case for just about anybody in here.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, no, you're. Well, this is interesting. Your 10. Yeah, I mean, your 10 has run 2 decent races. At Keeneland, that was a restricted maiden race, though, right? Isn't that a restricted, for the 50 and unders, right? That's the Army's restricted, meaning the horses that were sold for 50,000 and under.
Yes, they
are.
Right, okay. Yeah, 65.
Right. So now you're in against open maiden claimers rather than restricted. So, it's a little step up there. But hey, Michael Tomlinson, man, 5 for 17, my man. So I mean, Michael knows how to win. So I'm saying I would not talk you off the, if you think the 10 and Jamie Torres, Look at Jamie, 8 and 64. He's hitting the board. You know what I'm saying? So
well, and I'll go one further about this horse, Sean. I bet this horse at Keeneland because I like the horse and I remember the name Flick, and it was a long shot underneath play for me, and just didn't do much.
Yeah. Okay, Tim.
We there?
Here we go. We're ready to win.
Bring us home, Sean.
All right, here we go. We're just going. Okay. I'm going to do, let's see, because I think we can beat this favorite, you know? So totally. I'm going to just do 15 across in the 3. Yep. And I think we can beat this favorite. I think Chris can get this horse home, and we'll all be happy.
Yeah, and you know, it's a good price. 5-1, I think, is a great price on that horse. Yeah.
I think this is one of those races, and I think you agree with me. This is, and I'll kind of explain to people why I did this bet. I literally had, and I'm not kidding you, like 27 exacta combinations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, where like if the 10 runs, if the 11 runs, if the 4 runs, if the 5 runs, if the 2 runs, if the 3 runs, you know what I'm saying? In this group, it's not going to, you know what I'm saying? This isn't a killer group. You know what I'm saying? I could see like 26, but I really like the 3. So if I really like the 3 and I just don't like anybody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, you know, put like a 4 or 5 exacta box that I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the other horses that I didn't use comes in, and that's why I'm doing it. Conviction, as I like to say. Stave likes the 10. Good luck, my friend. We're getting to the gate. We're down to 5-1, which I think is still a very generous price. Three is definitely on his toes, which I like. He may have found the right sandbox. Down to 9-2. May have found the right sandbox to play. Down to 4-1 now. Oh, he was down to 4-1 for a second there. As we head towards the gate, good luck to everybody. Thank you to everybody, as always, for joining us here tonight. Over 150 strong here tonight. Thanks, Irene. Thank you, Bob. Best of luck to everybody indeed. And we're going into the gate. Love to see the 9 get out wrong. They're in the gate. Oh, just no, we're just waiting for the 11.
Come on, Flavian. Oh, wait. I'm never letting it go. And a good break for everybody except the 2 who was left at the gate.
Yep.
Early on from the inside, it's going to be the 5. The 6 Rocket puts a head in front of him to the outside. It's another length back to Improbable Luck. There is Flick to the outside in 4th. Then it's another length back to the 11. The Vacoma Baby currently sitting in 5th. The 3 is down on the rail. Then it is 2 and 8, 4 back in the back. Up front Flick, 16-1. The quarter, 22 and 3.
Flying
from the outside. That is Flick. Is starting to pull away a little bit. Rocket is sitting inside that one. Here comes Tough Customer starting to make a move to the outside as we hit the top of the stretch. The half was in 45-2. They are going at a pretty good clip up front. The closer should be able to close on these if they've got anything in them.
And this is a tough customer.
Like he's got the best of all runs, but to the outside, the 7 is going to run it Flick. It is going to be the 7 that is going to win this race. They're not catching
Wow.
it. The 10 is going to finish in second, and then it's the 2 and the 5.
I don't think Chris is going to win a race for Ian anymore. You know,
it certainly seems like it.
He just can't win for him. You know, wow, and that's his son-in-law too. You know, you want to see him. You know,
Ray Lou comes in and gets that. I think that's his first ride of the night.
Ray Lou won, came in second earlier at a big price on the 5.
Yeah,
on the
that's
turf.
right.
Yeah. So Ray Lou, he's been everywhere. He's been at Woodbine the other day. You know. Yeah, your 10 was right there, Scotty. You know, great pick on the 10
for sure.
16-1. Scott, did you have him across? Even Flo at 10-1 coming in third on a rail horse. You know.
Yeah, the one thing I would say is put Battle School. In your stable.
In your stable, yes. In your
because
stable,
that horse was left at the gate and then came running with the best run of all in the stretch.
Right. And my guess is that may have been Mike's instructions from the gate. You know what I'm saying? That may have been just bring him back and give him one run, you know? But he was really moving, you know? That's a horse I would definitely watch out for too. Did you see that we got bet down to the favorite at 3-1?
Yes.
Wow.
And never really did anything.
Never even got remotely involved.
Unbelievable.
Wow. That Chris is just, unfortunately, he just got the kibosh right now.
And what did I tell you the last time we were talking about this? I'm like, I just can't bet his horses when Chris rides them.
No, I know. Exactly.
I should have stuck with that because it's
I know. Me too. I wanted to give him one more chance, you know? And I thought this group would be the type where he would be right there. Oh, and I did not like the 9 at all. You know,
it's just frustrating to me because every time he's up on one of his horses, it just seems like they don't do so well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, it's crazy. You know, and he's a good guy. I love Chris. You know, he just can't win for him.
It's not personal. It just seems like it's what happens though every time lately. I mean, I was going back to look. So right now, 27 mounts and 7%. So
right. So no. And most of them, I believe, are Turfway. So you know what I'm saying? So you know.
So 2 out of 27.
Yeah. Not good. Oh well, but and see again, that's like I was saying to you, you know, like the 7 was a play, the 10 was a play. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have conviction in a horse rather than, you know what I'm saying, rather than that was like 12 exacta combinations you could have there, you know?
Yeah.
And you just got to stay with it.
The 10 just pisses me off a little bit because I liked the 10 the last race at Keeneland and I got off the horse. So 16-1.
Good for you, Scott, for not getting off, though.
Yeah, exactly. Great call. Hope you bet him underneath.
Yeah. So very good. Well, thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. We so appreciate it. As always, we'll get them right back next week. Bobby, as long as, you know what, bud, we have a blast, win or lose, with you guys because you guys are the best damn chat group in the damn world. So win or lose, and then we've been, luckily in the lounge, we've been winning more than we've been losing, but, you know, nights like this happening with a great group like you guys, it's still a lot of fun. So love you. Good luck in the Belmont this weekend. Go Sovereignty for me, Junior. Let's go get it again. But exactly. So no, we're not switching to Cinnabon yet. We'll be there on Tuesday though.
Yeah.
So for everybody,
Everybody.
thank you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.